Hi, standing here at the stern of the Pioneer, and I'd like for you to take a look at this transom right here and tell me, if you can, what's missing. This is actually where the hull of the boat and the cap or the deck meets in the back at the transom. And what you see on 99% of all other manufacturers is a cap right here, a piece of stainless or a piece of chrome that covers this. But the important thing to remember is that cap is just a cover-up. And the folks at Pioneer just refuse to do that.
Most companies, the way they do their transoms is where the deck meets the hull, there is a gap. And what they normally do is they put caulk in that gap, and then they take, a $15 piece of angled aluminum or a $25 piece of angled stainless steel, and they screw it over that gap. And that's how they seal their transom off. One thing I found unique about Pioneer is they won't do that. They glass that transom back together. Then the guy, grinds it back down and smooths it out by hand, and then he comes back and he sprays the gel coat on it and finishes it by hand. And what that gives you is a smooth, clean finish on the transom. Yes, we could do what everybody else does and put the caulking in there and the aluminum or the metal strip, but in doing that, it's not as strong, it's not as sturdy, and its longevity and durability of the boat is not there. When we glass it over, we're actually making that transom stronger. So we don't have the cracks in the corners like most boat companies do after the boat's been abused out in the rough water. We don't have the caulking that dries out and cracks that you need to take that trim off and replace that caulking to make sure you don't get any water intrusion in your hull. Ours is fiberglass together. It makes it a stronger boat.
The transom of a boat takes more abuse than almost any other section of the boat. There's lots of opportunity for water intrusion, and all the forces at work when you hang a heavy motor on a piece of fiberglass that size makes it a place where strength and durability is critical.
Most boat companies just put a cap to cover the seam. That's where the hull and the deck join, and there's a seam right there, and it's real easy for them just to stick an aluminum cap or a stainless steel cap on it to cover it. We wanted it finished, and we have to glass it and gel coat it and paint it, and it takes a lot of time. And a lot of guys scratch their head saying, why would you go through the trouble? You can just stick a cap on that and it'd be done. But it's just, one of those quality things that we wanted to do.
Covering the transom with a piece of stainless gives it a finished look, and some other manufacturers would rather save the extra labor cost because most boat buyers aren't aware of the difference that finishing this area can make.
I've been asked the question, how many boats have you sold because your transom has a cap on it? And I honestly can't answer that. I can only tell you that aesthetically it's better. However, I kind of view it, like a phone book. And we're actually glassing the deck to the hull. So, where that area is where they normally put a metal cap, if you took a phone book and glued all the pages together and then attached the other end around the paper envelope, you got a much stronger product. And, a transom, when an outboard's pushing on a transom, you got two surfaces. You got a hull and you got a deck, and they're like that phone book. They're trying to move around. So to be able to glass that, to it, makes it much more stronger and a lot more. It's able to be punished a lot more.
Finishing the transom does add labor costs, no doubt about that. There is an easier way, but at Pioneer we're not interested in easier, just better. That's why you'll never find a cap cover-up on a Pioneer transom. At Pioneer we are charting a new course.